1, 2,
And
Patients here.
female.
Oh shit, almost got some blood going. Oh, he's wearing it too.
You're in the bay. Once you get over to the bed, we'll give you the story. Everything's going to happen super fast. Welcome to the emergency room.
I lost the phone.
It's charter book.
300 please.
I'll keep your card again.
Pulse check. No pulse.
No more pulse.
Yeah. Where the echo people get? And her blood pressure is also dropping.
45 minutes of CPR and no return of circulation. Okay.
Hey guys, this is just going to be me rambling. But I strongly suggest that you guys, if you are in this critical care section of your program, typically they save critical care for the very end of nursing programs. That's just not my program. That's programs that I've heard of, in my general area, my immediate area here in the Houston area. And so here's my suggestion to you guys. Typically, this isn't like a rule or set in stone kind of thing. But what I have found, in my time in the LVN program and in now the RN program, is that nursing students will fall in either one of three buckets. And the three buckets are going to be ER, ICU, and women's services, namely LND or mom baby or NICU or something in pediatrics. I'm throwing pediatrics under women's services, even though you could probably leave pediatrics in its own little section. And you know what? For the sake of it, why not? So one of four buckets. Okay, ER, ICU, women's services, and pediatrics. So my suggestion is if you know that you want to go into the ER like me, okay, then know your certs that you have to have. And it's typically going to be at the very bare minimum is going to be ACLS, PALS, and ENPC. Okay, because ACLS, you're going to need to know your advanced rhythms. You're going to need to know your ACLS protocol, your round of compressions and your round of epi, and then your round of compressions and round of epi, and bicarb, calcium, atropine, adenosine, all that good shit, right? You're going to need to know that. And then you will know that your certifications for the ER after you have 1 or 2 years of experience, or I don't know if they call it like clinical contact hours or if it's time in service, right? But it is, you have your two major certifications that you can get working in the ER field, which is going to be your CEN, your certified emergency nurse, and then your TCRN, which is going to be your trauma care registered nurse. Okay. And the TCRN is going to be if you are in a trauma center, namely a level 2 or a level 1. I'm not sure how prominent TCRN certification is in a level 3 or 4 trauma center. The ACS might require that. But those are the two big certifications that you can get, in your ER experience. Now, the ICU. I don't know shit about anything when it comes to the ICU. I have zero desire to work in the ICU. And the ICU doesn't respect the ER, and the ER doesn't respect the ICU. That's just the way it works, okay? I don't make the rules. I just play by them. It's something for the ER's report to be, found down, unknown downtime, unknown allergies, unknown name, unknown age, this many rounds of compression, this many rounds of epi, and then we're able to stabilize that person and get them up to the floor and notify family, right? There's something to be said about that particular skill set, okay? All while your psych patient is throwing ice at people, trying to cleanse them of their sins because it's holy ice. And then you have a guy that's withdrawing and trying to elope from the hospital, right? So you have all that going on, right? While you're sitting here coding someone next door. So there's that particular skill set. And then the ICU, they need everything bundled up for them before they become effective. Okay, you have to have started their IVs, you've had to have given them their pressors, you've had to given them their antibiotics already. You need to already have them worked up. You already need to have their skin assessment done. You need to have their neuro assessment done, respiratory, cardiac. You need all the assessments done before the ICU will take them, right? And so me being me, I don't respect that. That's just me. You guys in the ICU might feel differently. But for me in the ER, if I'm able to save someone without knowing their name, allergies, date of birth, or when the last time they were seen normal or how long they've been down, but yet you need to know everything under the sun about this person before you can accept care, there's no respect there. Okay. And that's not just me saying that. You're going to find that amongst many, many ERs and many, many ICUs. Now, if you have a hospital that has been working to, formulate that relationship and, kinder it and, kind of grow that relationship between the two departments because there's a lot of animosity between the two, then you might not have a bad experience. But the vast majority of hospital systems have that rivalry going on to where the ICU will not take a patient if their blood pressure is like over 180 and we're in the ER like they're fine. Okay. Either way, that's a little rant, but you have the ICU and I think you have your CCRN and then you might have like a CVRN if you're going to be in the cardiac world. Those are really the only specialties that I can think of right off the top of my head. Like I said, I don't have any desire to go into the ICU. So I don't know anything about the ICU because I never took the time to research it because I don't want to do it. And then you have mom baby services, your women's services, right? So you have your L&D certs that you're going to need or your mom baby certs or whatever else that they have for mom baby stuff. I'm pretty sure they have a certification for it. And then your pediatrics, right? So you're going to have PALS and NRP, your neonatal resuscitative. I think it's a program. I'm not sure. Protocol. But you have those certifications. So my strongest suggestion to you guys is as you're going through your programs to figure out what specialty you would like to get in. Now, those are the 4 popular ones that I have found through both of my time in these nursing programs, in the LVN program a few years ago, and then now the RN program. Now, we all fall in one of 4 buckets: ER, ICU, women's services, and peds. Okay. There's some people that want to go clinic, that want to go back to their clinic, but they might see that the pay might be better in the hospital. Who knows? I don't know. Right. But that's just my suggestion to you guys, to figure out what specialty you want to go into and then really learn about that specialty. Like really get in there and know it and learn it. Before I stepped foot in the ER, I already had my ACLS, I already had my PALS, right? I already knew that I wanted to take TNCC. And then when I found out that my hospital provided advanced burn lifesaver course, I signed up for that. When I found out that my ER had advanced stroke lifesaver course, I signed up for that. And here I am going on 2 years waiting to get into the emergent neuro lifesaver course, ENLS, sponsored by the Neuro Critical Society or something like that. So know what it is that you need to have to be proficient in your time in that department. Okay. And then go and get it. Pay for it if you need to, or don't pay for it and then keep, spinning your wheels. It's up to you. I paid for it and then I submitted for reimbursement and I got reimbursed for it, but I had to pay $300 out of pocket initially because that's how bad I wanted it. Okay. Some of you guys might think that's overkill. Some of you guys might not have that, that type of liquidity to be able to do such. but find a way to be able to do what it is that you want to do and then go for it. Okay, nursing is an oyster and you can get anywhere you want to go. All right, guys. So that's everything that I have for you today. Again, you have your RSI drugs out now. Everything for critical care is up there. There's even some other critical care pharmacology out there. So just pay attention in class, listen to the episodes, and do your due diligence. And good luck on your boards. All right, peace.